David's like super into ball busting. You tell your current girlfriend just to uppercut like Mortal Kombat
to his nut.
Just imagining a little shoryuken.
It's like E Honda, where it's like, oh,
a 1,000 hand slaps her balls.
Graveyard Showdown.
What were we gonna talk about? Oh, I know.
This is sounding. Wait, is that what this episode's starting with?
welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the sound of fresh granny bones and crumb.
Yeah.
Soothing sounds.
The sounds, yes.
Tune
in for a late night
I haven't tried sounding before.
You haven't tried sounding?
Well, you're really missing out.
Oh, yeah?
Sound man?
Have you actually tried sounding?
No.
What is sounding?
Sounding is when people stick something into their dick and start moving it up and down.
What? Why is it even called sounding?
I don't know.
I'm such a big fear of that sort of stuff because I've had a kidney stone before that passed.
Oh, no.
And that was painful as hell, so I can only imagine what, like...
Actual
I don't want to mess
sounding.
with anything in there.
Oh,
so.
God.
I would be afraid of getting stuff in there. I've had epididymitis once or twice.
Oh yeah, kids, don't survive on a diet of like Mr. Noodles because that might cause kidney stones.
Drink water, hydrate, goddammit, you don't want to piss
For
off.
every bowl of Mr. Noodles, drink like a liter of water or something.
You're just eating the salt packages, like,
That's-
I need it.
That's sound advice from Crumb.
Yeah, eat your vegetables.
Eat your vegetables.
Don't eat Mr. Noodles.
Oh.
Be aware if your pee is very yellow in the toilet, that's your kidney stones forming, so...
Be aware if there's like blood in your
Oh, yeah, blood is a bad one, too. That's a real...
Yeah,
It's a real no-no.
That's a good sign that something's wrong.
Good safety tip. Good wiener tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bachelor life from like 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. My buddy was, he broke his back, and so...
How do you break his back?
Yeah, skiing or snowboarding. He just flew off a cliff.
Oh,
Yeah, he flew off a cliff, and he literally just like shattered the bone that connects your upper body to your lower body. It's like a big like spinal column or part of your spinal column, and it just like turned into dust. Pretty much, they had to rebuild the whole thing. He's like, yeah, so you're pretty lucky. I had 3 other guys this week come with the exact same injury, and those guys can't walk anymore. So he could walk.
So it's like 1 in 3 odds.
Yeah, 1 in 4.
1 in 4. So he had a 75% chance to not walk anymore.
Yeah.
Which, if you're just going off those numbers.
Yeah, so he was pretty jazzed when he found that out.
No shit. I'd take care of my back pretty well after that.
Yeah,
I wonder if I always imagine people like landing on their back and then breaking it, but I wonder if you like land on your ass and then it compresses your spine and
that
then
was
breaks.
pretty much what happened. He like landed on his ass, so like he had to like scream because he was out of bounds. So he's like, luckily a skier came by and found him, so he couldn't get out.
That
He
is
fell into
lucky.
like a ravine, pretty much.
Damn.
I actually read a story about a motorcyclist who went off the road, like over a barrier and into it's like off a hill into the forest slightly, and he was there for like 2 days.
Whoa!
Like, help! Nobody came.
What? Oh my god!
Yeah, and he actually recorded a video on his phone, like, because he thought he was gonna die, and he recorded it for his wife and kid.
Damn,
and then
that's some intense shit.
On the second day, like in the afternoon, another rider came by and he saw like the smashed up fairings, the plastic bits of the bike along the side of the road, and he's like, wonder if something happened here, and he went and found the dude.
Damn, that's fucking lucky.
Super dehydrated with like a super broken leg and everything.
Ooh.
I think he may have broke his back actually because he couldn't use his legs. Yeah, I think he did break his spine.
I'm surprised like an animal didn't come by and like try to eat him or something.
Yeah,
just,
right.
It just gets gnawed on by some rats.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I can't feel it in the legs.
I don't even feel it. Oh, you ready?
Yeah.
Time to...
Yeah, but I haven't done any sounding. We kind of ended before I could describe what I was going on about. But I had a hemorrhoidectomy a few years back, and I was having a whole lot of trouble pissing because of all the pain. So I had to have a catheter put in.
Oh, yeah.
I had to have that like 5 times, so I've got a lot of experience with catheters.
Holy shit, my MAC HP went up by 26.
So like, how far does it go in?
PP
Did you like sit there and watch it go in?
No.
No, actually.
What?
Oh, well, I was getting at my buddy who broke his back. He had to put in his own catheters.
Oh, God.
He couldn't walk for like months, so he had to have a catheter in. So like, yeah, like the doctor, like the nurse was showing how to do it. So like, he put it a length of his whole forearm up his dick.
That's about it.
And the doctor was like, the nurse was like, keep going. It went all the way up his whole arm, like an arm's length worth was up his dick.
What the fuck?
Yeah, an arm's length.
I don't remember it being that long. Maybe it was. But,
yeah, so think about that.
Yeah, I just remember because they come over with like not a needle syringe, but a syringe without the needle on the end.
Yeah.
And they just fill your dick full of lube. So it's like oozing out. There's so much. And then they put the catheter up there.
Oh my god.
It's really uncomfortable.
I'm wincing so badly.
He was so unlucky that because he was on the catheter so long and on like liquid diet so long that he got kidney stones. While the catheter was still in his dick hole. It had to go through the catheter, but they had to like shatter it up. He said he had to like actually push the kidney stone from his kidneys into his intestines. He's like, you know how weird that feels, like feeling this thing moving inside of you in a weird spot.
Dude. Your buddy had it way worse than me. I thought having it like 4 or 5 times, having to have new ones put in sucked, but that sucks. I took it out myself. One of them. Because I got sent home with it and they showed me how to take it out and I was like, okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It wasn't that bad. Coming out's way easier than going in.
What if it like, does it like catch on the sides?
No.
It's like all dry in there. It's like,
you pull it out and it just has resistance and just starts ripping. It's
pretty well lubricated by that point.
It's like an old.
There's like
it just makes that old plastic hose sound.
There's a little bulb on the end of it because they fill it full of water so it expands so it doesn't just come out. So you have to like cut this thing along the catheter tube that's like outside of your body and it drains the water so you can pull the catheter out.
I feel for people in medical situations that have to do that because that sounds the worst.
Yeah.
That sounds,
well, not as bad as a broken back. Like, I'd rather have that than a broken back. But having both at once sounds really...
Needing a catheter, it doesn't get much worse than that.
Jesus
the catheter's not so bad. You can drink all the water you want and you don't have to get up and pee. You just drain the bag every now and then.
Oh man, you just carry it around with you.
It's like a little ankle strap, so just kinda
So is it still like the same sensation of having to take a piss and then...
No, because it's so gradual, because it's just over time. It's not like you save up and suddenly you feel like you have to piss and it goes in down the catheter. It just takes it as it comes.
Oh man, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Today's medical episode.
Today on Graveyard ER, Dave's dick is broken again.
Yeah.
The ongoing.
Pretty bad time. It's all because of that hemorrhoidectomy. I had a lot of trouble with that. A lot of
trouble.
Yeah, because they gave me.
What was the lesson again? Don't play Game Boy in the washroom.
Yeah, because I spent
it gives you hemorrhoids.
An hour and a half in the washroom playing Game Boy Advance.
An hour and a half.
At least an hour. I was playing RPGs.
Damn, man! Why didn't you just like get up?
I didn't know it caused hemorrhoids, and then piece of your asshole falls out after a while.
Oh god, did you have like the prolapsed anus?
I had like the worst it gets. It was over years of like having them. They got worse and worse, and I had like tier 4 hemorrhoids.
Oh, tier 4? What's a tier 4 hemorrhoid? I don't know the ranking system of hemorrhoid.
The doctor gets on the phone.
Jesus Christ!
Like, we got a tier 4.
Yeah. A tier 4? Oh my god! It's like, ma'am, your son has a tier 4. Like, oh my god! It's like everyone knows what it is. Tier 4 hemorrhoid.
I looked it up online, and it was like tier 3 is when they like come out when you take a shit, but then they go back in, and tier 4 is when they come out and they don't go back in.
So your hemorrhoids are just hanging out of your butthole?
I had to like push them back in.
Ew! What does it even look like? Did you see it?
I didn't know a mirror.
So it wasn't like
you touch it. How big was it?
Like, it wasn't like they flared up, they just were constantly out.
I guess that they were just big enough all the time, and I guess flared up even more.
You just have a pair of balls hanging out of your ass.
Oh, god damn it. Oh,
yeah, it was disgusting.
And there's no
like how?
for like
not
Player
when they were at
free
that
since
point.
93.
They were gonna try banding, which is like they put a elastic band over it, then it dies and falls off. But the amount of discomfort I was in during the camera thing up my ass that we talked about once.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm not even gonna try it with like how uncomfortable you are. Because they didn't give me any drugs. I didn't learn until later they're supposed to give me drugs when they stick a camera up my ass.
I would think
What the
so.
fuck?
I would think that'd be kind of.
No
part
wonder I
of
was
it.
in pain.
He's just like,
Doctor's just like, yeah, this is what I live for.
I can't wait to shove this camera so far up this kid's asshole. He doesn't even need
Going in
I
dry.
already know what's wrong with him. I don't even care.
Oh, God, man.
Oh, god damn it.
Moral of this story, don't spend any more time in the washroom than you have to. And... wait, what was the rest? If you have to have an hemorrhoidectomy...
Look me up in the hemorrhoidectory.
Hemorrhoidectory. The hemorrhoid directory.
I'm in there now.
Dave.
If you have to have a hemorrhoidectomy...
Tier 4 hemorrhoids. Jesus Christ, you survived a Tier 4?
If you have to have a hemorrhoidectomy or anything, make sure that you take some harsh laxatives to clean yourself out beforehand, and then if they give you painkillers and you take them, make sure you stay on laxatives until you're healed up. Because I was on painkillers so much that I got super backed up and I had to go in. That's when I had the drug trip, is because they had to clean me out of it because I had like a compacted colon or something. I was just too stuck. And then, yeah.
That was like Elvis. He like apparently had like 50 pounds of shit in his intestines.
Yeah,
just cause,
I didn't get
It was just a
all
lifestyle of eating greasy burgers.
Yeah, all those like
peanut butter,
banana, whatever.
Better than like
sandwich.
eating the narcotic painkillers they had me on, trying to make me okay. Because the only thing I would shit out was like clotted blood for like 2 weeks.
Oh wow,
So bad. This is like the gross episode.
Oh yeah, this one's the
This
gross
one.
one, not the one where you like described the intimate detail about your first ejaculate. No, that wasn't the gross one. I was just leading up.
Contribute to any of those stories?
I did. I said I had a kidney stone.
I mean, like.
And then you told your broken back story, and David tells his stories about everything that goes wrong in his life.
Everything. Oh my god, where the hell is the fucking police station? I've been looking for this goddamn thing. I can't find it anywhere.
My mind connects these dots when we talk about stuff. Broken back. Broke back. That reminds me of stuff like Brokeback Mountain. You guys ever had an experience?
I am.
Oh wait, twisted testicles.
Hello. Twisted testicles. Whoa.
I jump to these weird conclusions in my head.
Yeah.
It takes me to these weird places and I share the stories.
Dark places. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Police station shouldn't be this hard to find.
Oh, the police station?
Call 911.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cop got pissed because I went in the wrong area.
I know we went there before and they were like super relaxed police officers, weren't they?
Oh yeah, weren't they? Yeah, they were a bunch of police. Oh,
there they are.
Oh,
police.
Police.
Nice, bright
Police.
Something that the kids drew in crayon.
Yeah.
We need a banner. Nobody knows we're a police office.
Where's the Charlie Brown
talking to
chick?
me? Yeah. Sir, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Emergency, of course. It's times like this, kids like you should be playing Nintendo games.
Oh!
So sure you want to go to San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay, Chortle, follow me.
Okay.
He's chortling about you following him.
Yeah.
Gonna throw me in jail? That guy looks super shady. He's like looking up and just stands behind his back.
He's a detective.
Why are they all gonna gangbang me? Oh god! Show me what you got! Show me what you got!
I hope he likes what we've got, because
See if you could get past 5 of my best man. Why? I don't want to have to fight police officers. I have a child.
What kind of town is this?
This is fucked. Yeah! Hey, small fry, you must be shaking in your boots.
And the other thing is you're beating police officers with a baseball bat.
Yeah, and this is a child. They're fighting a child.
This is like the worst kind of police brutality. They just take this child into this big empty room with 5 other cops already waiting.
Yeah, where are we? LA? Come on.
They're already waiting for you.
Yeah, it's like
This is the gang beat room.
Yeah,
they take people here all the time.
It's just like an empty fucking room. You're tough. You should join the police force. It's like, This kid's like, what, like 10 years old?
Something like that.
Fighting a bunch of adults. Jesus Christ, what an asshole.
Oh, man.
Fuck you guys, man. I'll never have to fight the police chief.
They're also not
It
very
said the
good
cop
cops,
turned back to
honestly.
normal.
Yeah, it turned out to, yeah, like what does that mean? Like, were
Are
they...
they just corrupt cops that you beat into?
You beat the corruption out of them?
Yeah.
The lawyer's compliments give you a big head. Bring it on, fat boy. You don't have to also make fun of my weight, you dickhead. You're already like all ganging up on me. And you're throwing out my weight issues. Come on.
Well, they're also like pretty bad cops because they're getting their ass kicked one after the other by a 10-year-old.
One
that's true.
10-year-old child is
Yeah.
fighting 5 grown men and winning.
They don't stand much of a chance. I
Let's
wonder
do
if
this again sometime. Next time I'll take you out with my nuclear suplex attack.
is that an actual thing they train in the academy.
Of course.
Nuclear
I'm gonna take you
suplexing?
apart right here,
You need
right
to learn
now,
that.
baby.
It's part of the training.
You can't walk the beat unless you can nuclear suplex.
I would
attack.
love to see a cop even regular suplex somebody.
It's like, if you don't beat us up, we're gonna fuck you. So you better fight for your life, son. We're coming at you.
Sounding with a nightstick.
Jesus.
God.
With a
Why do you have to bring that back up? I thought we were off that subject.
Okay. I'm leaving it
We
fine.
pulled it away. Dave just...
I was trying to make this family friendly, maybe.
Yeah.
I was taking it in
The
a new
last
direction.
half
Yeah.
of the episode.
I just
for
suddenly
family
decided.
friendly.
I was like, yeah, no, without asking any of you, that,
Like, yeah, I'm gonna make this a family friendly
I just ran
channel
away.
again.
yeah.
And I think we started there. Like, relatively, aside from swearing.
The police chief just said there's no way I could beat you in a straight competition, so get ready for my super ultra mambo tango foxtrot martial arts.
Okay.
It's like, I have to pull out my special move to fight this child.
He's just too strong.
Captain Strong.
Captain Strong. Grappled and uses submission hold. Whoa, shit!
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
that's not no fooling. I missed.
still
Yeah,
going.
eat your burger.
Oh my god, I gotta friggin'
Or-
my porn. On you life up then porn.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, I'm right dead!
Mortal damage.
Jesus Christ!
This guy just like
Yeah, that guy did.
jujitsu'd you. And
Yeah,
did
his
that.
mango bango bongo.
No wonder he's
moves.
the.
Chief Strong.
You have to fight
no
them all
wonder he's
again.
Chief.
I think I'll probably have to
Yes.
fight him. They seem fairly forgiving.
Should we fight him on the next episode?
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, like,
Right.
comment, subscribe.
So
Yeah,
we need
all
to
that.
monetize, so let's stop talking about
Watch your brain.
about dicks and cum and all that. And I've reformed. I'm a different person now.
Okay. I'm sure I got some family-friendly stories in me. Like the time I. Nah, never mind.
That led to me getting balls in my head.
Alright, guys, we'll see you in the next episode.
See you later.
Jesus.
These topics. They always like stem from me. Why am I the catalyst for everything perverted?
Because you've had a really perverted life, apparently.
You've led a perverted life.